captains Ahmed Medania and Sunil Chetri. It is Mohammed Taghi of Singapore who is in charge of the video review studio. Igor Stimac keeps Gurpreet in goal, another player making appearance number 69 for their national team in the 69,000-seater Al Bayt Stadium. Mumbai City defender Rahul wears number 2 and will be vital to Indian success at the back today. Protecting the defence is number 25 Deepak Tangri, who made his debut against Australia, and number 14 East Bengal's Mahesh Naran will look to create chances from a wide position for the one and only Sunil Chetri, wearing number 11 for the Blue Tigers. It is a great opportunity for Syria. The 6th time for them in the tournament proper after debuting in 1980 to make it out of the group stage, which they have never managed to do before. India, the runners-up in 1964. This is their 5th time, having qualified for the AFC Asian Cup and also eliminated in the group stage on many occasions, most recently in 2019 at the last tournament. So somebody could well be delighted at the end of this match. Welcome one and all to the Al Bayt Stadium in Al Khor. This is the AFC Asian Cup Qatar 2023 and you are watching the conclusion of Group B. Syria taking on India and giving chase Lallianzuala Changte of India, the Blue Tigers, as we watch a fixture that frankly should be an enthralling one because it is essential. I think that's a handball against Pablo Sabag. It is essential for both of these nations to be victorious. The reason for that is that Australia and Uzbekistan, who are playing at the moment, and I shall keep you updated on that as and when there are important developments, they are occupying the top 2 spots at the moment in this group. Australia on 6 points and Uzbekistan on 4, as we look at Hector Cooper, 68-year-old from Argentina, as we also witness the first yellow card of this match to Rahul. Well, it was a rather wayward attempt to win the ball back. He's flying in with his right leg going upwards. And that is a difficult moment for India very early on. Fewer than 2 minutes on the clock. And it's going to pressurise Rahul because he's going to be absolutely crucial, really, to defensive stability and discipline for the Indian team. Foul on Apuya. Igor Stimac, 56-year-old, took over in 2019. And he's done really tremendous work with the Indian national team. He's shown faith with newer players such as Deepak Tangri in a tournament that's been rather difficult for his players, considering that they're lacking some of the more well-known names. Some difficult injuries. Chetri, what a nice pass. He's yet to find the back of the net to Sunil Chetri in this tournament. Now played to Mahesh Naran. He's done very well. He's done wonderfully. Good save by Ahmed Medania. The captain of Syria, big outstretched left arm. But this is good football. Even with the addition of a bird on the pitch, he nearly got in the way of that pass. But Medania certainly got in the way of that shot. Promising beginning from the Blue Tigers. Raul is forward. Another big defender, Sandesh Jingam, wearing number 5, is forward. There he is. Under the attentions of Ibrahim Hissa of Cordoba in Argentina. Oh, just got that wrong, unfortunately. Good ball from Manveer. Might have been a little touch from Ayamusu, yes it was, to intervene, to help out Hector Coupe's goalkeeper. Well then, it's simple. It's been exactly the start of the match that we hoped for, exactly the start of the match that we expected, considering the enormity of the occasion. Very entertaining already. Mahmoud Al-Eswad wearing 25 for the Syrians, and it comes from Awais. Little touch from Deepak Tangri with his head. Gentlemen, as he's dispossessed, there's a great chance here for India. Can the ball be found? Oh, Sunil Chetri was wonderfully positioned. Manveer not able to link up with him. I was about to mention how important Abdul Rahman Awais is getting forward for Syria, but he very nearly got caught on the way back. It's a bright beginning from Igor Stimatz's team. Now, here come the Syrians. Al-Eswad is cut out by Subasish of Mohun Bagan in Kolkata, his home city. Rejoined the club in 2020 after a spell there a few years before that. He's also played for Sporting Goa, Bengaluru and Mumbai City. Coming across the Mohun Bagan player from Punjab, who was a surprise call-up for the national team, but who has played very, very well so far. Syrian corner kick to come from Halil Ilyas. And that's a wonderful chance, stopped by Gurpreet. He had to get down low. It's back in, it's dangerous, it's over the bar from Uso. But the chance before that was a brilliant one for the Cassian Eagles. Two fine opportunities. Pablo Sabah of Alianza Lima in Peru. Connection seemed a strong one. Gurpreet was there. Well, you are just switching on your televisions now to enjoy this, as a little pressure is put on Medania by that looping ball. Then, trust me, you missed a lot in the first 8 minutes. Do not go anywhere for the remainder. Awais. Big intervention from Mahesh Nare. you are supporting today. I hope you're enjoying all of the action from this wonderful tournament, the AFC Asian Cup Qatar 2023. Big overlap coming here for the Indians, and it's the right idea, but just the wrong execution to find Akash Misra. And Abdul Rahman Awais was quite important in cutting him off. On the subject of being cut off, that looked painful for Ibrahim Hissa. Not fully controlled. Reminder of that great opportunity for Pablo Sabah. Not the most authoritative of stops from Gurpreet, but frankly it's inconsequential because what he did was push it out to the side. Didn't allow an immediate follow-up from any of the Syrian players. So Hacken in Sweden to Aleswat. Goes beyond round. It's Amar Ramadan who shepherds it out. It will still be a Syrian ball. Mohammad Al-Ajan of Al-Jaish. Club in Damascus, the first Syrian team to win the AFC Cup in 2004. Awais passes it to Al-Aswad. Al-Aswad has an option here. That's clever play, almost. Ezekiel Alam, new addition to Hector Coupe's team, made a good run. And Apuya spotted it. Mumbai City player Apuya spent a couple of years at North East United before joining them in 2021. At North East United, as I'm sure many of you know, he was the youngest ever captain of an Indian Super League team at just 20 years and 44 days. Centre of defence for India, number 5. He was very important against Australia with many an intervention. Mahesh Naurem, not fouled. They're going to really commit players to the attack. The Blue Tigers, that's clear. So as a result, it will mean that Syria have the chance to construct a parry riposte. And then the same is the case for Syria. And then when you have someone like Shante, who's on the ball now, counter-attacking, you're always in danger because he's a wonderfully quick and skillful player. Meanwhile, it is 0-0 in the Australia-Uzbekistan match. But one has the feeling that there are some complications to come in this group today. If it's anything like the conclusion of Group A, we'll be in for a right old afternoon in the lovely January sun in Qatar, in Al Khor, which is quite far from Doha itself. The stadium about 35 kilometres, the settlement of Al Khor more like 50. There are 4 islands very close to Alfor, the city proper. It was very clear that Ezekiel Alam was fancying a shot. Thought about it, created the space for himself, and maybe caused just a moment of consternation for Gurpreet. Ezekiel Alam was born in Buenos Aires as a grandparent from Syria, part of the extensive diaspora of Syrians that settled in the South American nations. And with a manager like Hector Couper, who obviously has a very fine knowledge of the game in his native South America, then he's been able to identify and converse with some of those players, bring them into a very global Syrian team. Subasic, twice a South Asian Championship winner with India. Did everything he could. Mahesh Naldem, great effort from the 24-year-old. We just remind ourselves there as Raul brings the ball under control that he was given a yellow card after about 90 seconds of this match, and that could well prove to be costly. Now, was this well judged by Manvir? Did he stay onside? Don't think he did, and indeed the flag is up. But not a bad principle. It's quite close. Always such a fantastic collection of supporters when India play in Qatar. Huge Indian population in this country, and they're in very good spirits. As you arrived at the stadium today, there was absolute bonhomie among the Indian fans, looking thrilled to be here, believing that a victory is absolutely possible, that with a prevailing win they can get into the round of 16. Oh, that's a tricky one. Well, that was a nervous moment for the Indian defence. In the end, a foul committed by Pablo Sabah. But Ezekiel Alam, with a wonderful piece of anticipation, could easily have been touched by Subasic beyond his own goalkeeper. That was a risk he had to take to try to play the ball. Meanwhile, Gurpreet is receiving some treatment for that collision he underwent with Sabah. There's certainly no malice in what the Syrian attacker did. But that pass from Ezekiel Alam, very clever. He plays for Independiente Rivadavia in his manager's home country. A club that won the second division of Argentine football last season. It's a 110-year-old club now in the top flight, and he, Ezekiel Alam, was extremely important in their promotion campaign. He scored 3 goals, played 32 games. Dwelling on the ball was Apuya. And Gurpreet saves it, it's loose, it might be followed up. What an important chase across from Subasic, as the goalkeeper saved it but left the attack alive. Subasic both doing very well to assist his teammate in the Indian goal. Apuya's loss of possession, gifting Syria the chance. Another corner kick for the Kasiyun Eagles. Ramadan trying to get it back in. Chante gets a little touch. Ramadan keeps it. Alam wants to shoot. It's taken a deflection and goes behind for another corner kick. Once more with a corner. It's cleared, but only partially, and another effort from well outside the area, this time from Mohammad Al-Ajan. This is the loss of possession from Apuya. It's Ibrahim Hissa with the first strike. And then a brilliant piece of defending from Subasic. Nearly a first goal for Syria, for Ezekiel Alam, who's covered an enormous amount of distance in this match so far. He was somebody who came through the Argentinos Juniors youth team, an extremely historic club in the country in which he was born. What a thoroughly entertaining first portion of the match it's been. As it comes loose to Apuya, a big roar from the Indian fans as they see a chance to get the ball into the area, and it's comfortable for Medania. Still no score in the Australia-Uzbekistan match. And still, we remind ourselves, no goals for either of these nations, Syria and India, in Group B so far in this 2023 edition of the AFC Asian Cup. Always takes the throw, Sabat strikes. The back for Syria is Taher Kruma of Homs in the northwest of Syria. Plays for Al Fatwa. As the play has been pulled back by Svakorn Bordon. Connection on Amar Ramadan. hugely special occasion this for Amar Ramadan. It's his 10th appearance for the national team, and he's following in the footsteps of his dad, Munaf, who played at the 1988 AFC Asian Cup in this very same nation. Kruma is forward. Sturdily defended. India with an opportunity perhaps to counter-attack. Mahesh Narem had Manvir, and now he uses Manvir. Back to Mahesh Narem. Oh, he leapt forward unexpectedly for the Syrians. Sunil Chetri. They didn't really notice him arrive. Couldn't quite judge the flight of the ball. Great leap, though, from the 39-year-old. Absolute world footballing great. Captain fantastic himself. Sunil Chetri, whose son was born in August of last year, at a time of enormous celebration for a player who's had so much to celebrate in a quite sensational international career. 93 goals. It is almost the stuff of fantasy. He's another of the new players in the Syrian team. Made his competitive debut against Uzbekistan. Oh, that's absolutely a foul. Oh, dear. Well, in the first instance, an outstretched arm and an uncontrolled challenge, and then a reaction from Abdulrahman Awais, which will prompt some decision-making from Sivakorn Purdom. The Indian bench calling for a red card to be issued. The first challenge was not a good one. And so a yellow card to Awais is his punishment. Meanwhile, a yellow card issued before that for this challenge from Mahesh Narem. There can be absolutely no contesting it. Igor Shtimatz feeling that the reaction of Awais warranting a review. I mean, it is a baffling decision from an experienced player in Awais to come over and to do that, because he leaves open the possibility of being sent off. Tempestuous, really, from both of them. Oh, cleared a chance, totally mishit, not mishit enough to sit there for Thayer Kruma, and not hit well enough to beat Gurpreet. Chante loves this sort of position. He's looking for the return ball. What an intensity, what a pace. Syria with the better opportunities. The pullback sits up almost perfectly. Intervention that might be reviewed. And in the end, it is headed clear as Amar Ramadan stays on the ground. Unsurprisingly, the Syrian players are clamouring for this to be scrutinised by Mohamed Taki in the studio, looking at the monitors. Oh, coming back, it is Deepak Tangri. Very, very messy in the penalty area. seems that the outcome simply is, well, I was about to say the outcome is simply a corner kick, but there is a VAR check for a possible penalty, and that's the end of it. It was not really a lengthy review process. Khalil Elias to take this corner kick for Syria. Alajan over the top of Chetri, to be kept in by Elias, the player who started the whole attack with that corner kick. Kruma, far forward from the back. Oh, that's nicely played by Mahesh Naru, and this could be the counter-attacking chance for India, but it doesn't get beyond Al-Am. One thing that absolutely cannot be brought into question for all of the lack of goals for India in this tournament is the commitment, the energy, the effort shown by the Blue Tigers. The first 45 minutes against Australia was, in the view of many, as well as they've ever defended in a big international competition. Might have been a use of the hand from Tangri, immaterial, because Syria counter-attacking with Elias. In from Alajan.
Nah.
Half cheering. Tangri touching it on. It was a nervous moment that for the Indian players as Deepak Tangri threw himself at that ball to disrupt Amar Ramadan, and he just about got it right. And he is there, Deepak Tangri, to provide a physical presence in the team. That's why JioCinema has selected him. He's there to work hard and to protect the defence, and that's what he did. Moment of calm in this thoroughly enjoyable game between Syria and India at the Al Bayt Stadium. Puya. Indeed does to Mahesh Naru, overlapping with Misra. Chance didn't quite fall to play him in. Just the two shots for India, 9 for Syria. And there's a Puya strike straight into the defence. Space now. The run had to be checked by Sabag, and the opportunity to quickly play that ball through to Syria's number 11 was gone. Good piece of control from Manvir. City. He does very well to win that corner kick. Mohammad Alajan sealing it behind. Did so well, Chante, to get beyond Ramadan, but he couldn't get past the Damascus-based Mohammad Alajan. Supporters, many of them occupying a position behind the Syrian goal. All with excitement as this is played short to Ayeshnadem. There are options. Doesn't fall for anyone. Subasic wasn't too far away from a connection. Alajan half clearing it, pushing back by Elias. India winning it back. Here is Lalanzwala Chante. Alam. Calm and effective from the midfielder. Still nothing to report in terms of goals or major game-changing incidents in Australia and Uzbekistan. Isra. As I mentioned right at the start of this match, a draw will be an infuriating result for both of these teams, and it is evident from the way that they're playing that victory is the sole objective. For Syria, it's possible for them to finish second in the group. They'll need some assistance from Australia for that. But for the Cassian Eagles, if they are to win this game and secure 4 points and finish third in the group, it would be a good-looking 4 points. India's highest possible position is third. You just don't know at a tournament like this. 3 points could be okay. There is already a third-place team on only 2 points. Alajan opts to play it short, well read by Chante, who tracked back so energetically. Also, we played in both of the closed doors friendly matches before this tournament. First real introduction for him at length with the Syrian national team. Using a little too much of the physical strength that he was brought in the team to display. And Ibrahim Hissa challenging Sivakon Noordom to show a yellow card. Does have him practically in a chokehold, doesn't he, for a moment? Very uninterested in the complaints of Issa. Another dangerous opportunity, another good clearance from Chingan. On this one. And yet more hard work from Akash Misra, who's got a very difficult balancing act against Hector Coupe's team today. He's got to try and get forward and overlap, which he's done, but also not allow this gentleman to get into crossing positions himself. Rajan. Oh, it is testing for Gurpreet, and he really punches it clear from Amar Ramadan's shot. Awais to cross, Gurpreet is going to have to punch clear again. And he has got distance on both of those interventions. Good job too, especially the first one. He really had to get that away from his own 6-yard area. Subasic in the corner. Just a little moment of concern there, as that might have been a rather late challenge from Mahesh Naudem. Play will go on, and now it will be a Syrian ball. India needing to keep their cool here, with so much of this game still to be played. And increasingly, the Syria players instructing, demanding Sivakorn Purwadom to take more punishing action. I mean, it isn't a well-timed challenge at all from Subasic. He's not close to getting the ball. Plenty of discussion in the Indian dugout. All of it led by one of the outstanding central defenders of a generation, a player who was in the Croatia national team that finished third at the World Cup in 1998. In from Elias. Gurpreet will claim, and that's good goalkeeping. So he's been busy, the 31-year-old Bengaluru player. Powerful leap from Sandesh Jingan might have made it a little more difficult for Syria to build a meaningful attack there. Offside. Lots of good opportunities as we get close to the end of this first half. The majority of them have been Syrian chances. And this is another of them, just missed, to the relief of Gurpreet, because that was a horrible ball for him to have to deal with, and Ibrahim Hissam knows that it was excellent quality from Al Aswad. Concern for Igor Stimatz's players. Syria looking more and more dangerous as this contest gets close to the halfway stage. Elias. Alajan. Halil Elias. Cut out well by Apuya. Jante loses the ball, nearly fouls Al Aswad. Al Aswad receives it back, and he cannot get past a player who's been so important in this first half, Subasic. more. Syria retrieving the ball in the midfield. Great chance, well defended by Sandesh Jingan. Pablo Sabag feels very strongly that his shirt was pulled. Sandesh Jingan down, and treatment is required for the experienced defender. Let's have a look at it again. Sabag claiming the shirt was pulled. There's a small tug of it there, right at the conclusion of the attack. Well, I'll leave you questioning whether you feel that was sufficient to prompt those complaints.
main defenders
change required for the Blue Tigers here. Might well be the case. They lose Sandesh Jingan, they lose an extremely important part of the defence. Nikhil Pujari is receiving some instructions. Number 21 for India, the Hyderabad player. He has played 23 times for the national team. Let's look at it again. It's a painful fall for Sandesh Jingan. We enter 5 additional minutes, though we're going to have additional minutes. That is clear. Just to update you, it is still scoreless in Australia-Uzbekistan. And Sandesh Jingan is on his feet, but he's looking in a lot of discomfort. Now, it turns out I might have spoken too soon about that Australia-Uzbekistan game, because no sooner do I say that there is no score there, Australia have managed a goal. And that's really of no consequence to India, but it could be of good news for the Syrians. Australia then 1-0 up against Uzbekistan. That means Uzbekistan find themselves still on 4 points, but with a goal difference of +2. That excellent win against India, very useful for them. For Syria, they have a goal difference of -1, so it does require a big change in this game, and potentially a significant change in Australia-Uzbekistan for Syria to usurp Uzbekistan and move into second place in the group. But it will certainly help Syria and might embolden them at half-time to discover that their rivals for second place are down, courtesy of a penalty kick from Martin Boyle. Meanwhile, it's Tangri with a really important block. That was hit hard. Sandesh Jingan is back on and moving reasonably well. We are moving towards the half-time stage. Here for Alam. This time he opts to lay it off to Alajan, and good job that Sandesh Jingan is back. If Hector Cooper is able to lead Syria into the knockout stage of the AFC Asian Cup, it will be the first time ever that the Casio Eagles have done it, and it will be another fine accomplishment for this veteran manager. Jingan again with the clearance, further illustrating how important he is to India at the back. Gurpreet, who's played his part, gathers the ball. It's all still to play for, isn't it? In the Al Bayt Stadium. We're getting close to the 5 minutes of additional time, but that additional time began with an injury in progress and treatments being administered to Sandesh Jhinga. So it won't be a great surprise if Sivakon Bourdon keeps this game running for a little while longer. Syria certainly, after a positive Indian start, have been the more threatening-looking team, and there's no doubt that India maintain sufficient counter-attacking presence to worry the Syrian players. Don't you just love the last day of group play in any major football competition? It is always full of twists and turns. We've got a lot more still to come as we head towards half-time. It's coming up to 3:30 in the afternoon in Qatar. Very warm, sunny day. But the stadium with its retractable roof means that the pitch is fully shaded. There's a little sun on it in the build-up towards the game, but with a kick-off at this sort of time of day, it quite quickly moves into the shade, so very good conditions, good visibility for the players. Wonderful opportunity there, enticingly, for the great man, Sunil Chhetri. But that will be the last action of this enthralling first half. What an entertaining game, what an effort from both teams, and what a lack of clarity we still have as to this group. Australia are 1-0 up, courtesy of a Martin Boyle penalty kick against Uzbekistan. No score here at the Al Bayt Stadium in Lahore. And all of that means that both of these nations still have masses to do to secure a place in the knockout stage of the AFC Asian Cup Qatar 2023. As things stand, 2 points for Syria, 1 point for India. No use to either of them. More, therefore, will come. Will Syria remain on top? Will they get the breakthrough? Or will India